Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Sid, aka Vicious274, coming at you with another review, and this time I'm going to be reviewing Snugs wheels. They are a side company of Northwoods FB, who I've done a review for before. I reviewed one of their decks. If you haven't checked out the review, go check it out. But they also do make wheels, and this is just another one of their stickers, and that's the same one right there. So the wheels I'm going to be reviewing today are called Snugs, and again, they're made by Northwoods FB. And they come in a variety of colors and graphics, and, they come in a variety of graphics, and basically they're all the color white with a graphic on the top of it. Now the ones that I went with are the purple and black graphic, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that. Now these are also a dual bearing wheel. And the cool thing about keeping the wheels white is because whatever graphic color that you pick, the white tends to take like, it tends to absorb that color, so it's like a mixture of white and purple and black, and I hope that you guys can see this. Now, if you can't really tell from the video, I would highly recommend going to check out northwoodsfb.com, and I'll have that link in the video description, and then you could do, what you could do is you could check out the photos of the wheels that they offer, and you can really see what I'm talking about when it comes to the color of the wheels. Now, there's a lot of unique features about these wheels, so I'm going to talk about what I liked about them, and then I'm going to talk about a few things that I wasn't really that keen on, so I'll have some recommendations to improve them. The first thing is the hardness. These are a hard wheel. They're not very soft, but for me, what I like about that is that it makes it a lot easier when I'm doing like a revert trick or a power slide or anything of that along those lines. It slides very nicely. They're not as grippy as a soft wheel. I really didn't have that much trouble doing any flat ground tricks with regards to like kick flips or anything like that. The duro of the wheel I really enjoyed. The graphic is really nice as well, and another thing about the material and the graphic of these wheels is that the graphic will not scratch off. It is a permanent graphic. Apparently the material that he uses claims that they will not get flat spots, your wheels won't crack. The material, because they're a dual bearing wheel, dual bearing wheels have a tendency of having the bearings come loose. It promises that your wheels will never pop off the bearing. I have not had these problems yet either. The wheels to me are extremely well crafted, super smooth. When I was rolling with them, there were times where it felt like I didn't even have wheels on my setup. It was that smooth you couldn't even feel the wheel. They also come with a back washer already. I guess, I don't know if they're glued or if they're actually molded into the material, but basically what this does is it protects the back of your wheel for cases where if you're using trucks that aren't shaped, like an old Tech Deck style truck or a China Wide or something like that, you won't have to worry about the hanger eating away at the back of the wheel because it's already fully protected with this built-in washer. So I thought that was a really good idea. What else did I like about these wheels? I mean, again, the craftsmanship is impeccable. When you go check out the website, there is a long list of all the details and research and struggles that he went through to make these wheels as perfect as they are. Basically, Northwood's mission was to make the perfect wheel to avoid any problems that fingerboarders normally have. Like, we all know that when we're doing a trick and we don't land it, or if the deck falls, or if the setup falls off a table, usually the first part of your setup to take the impact is the wheel. So his main concern was to make a strong, durable wheel, and I really think he has accomplished that. The material is very durable. Bearings don't come loose. Again, graphic doesn't scratch off. No flat spots, no cracks. Very well constructed. Having said that, there are a few things that I was not, I guess a little disappointed is what I would have to say. There are only a certain amount of trucks or different types of trucks that these wheels will fit because they are dual bearing. Anybody that wants to put these wheels on Black River trucks, you will not be able to, no matter what you do. You can't even glue a wheel nut on to the axle because of the width of the wheel and the dual bearings. Black River trucks have, I guess, a shorter axle, and there isn't even enough space to put the wheel nut on. Be it a lock nut, be it a regular wheel nut, you will not be able to fasten these wheels onto Black River trucks. So that was a little bit of a disappointment for me because I am a huge fan of Black River trucks. But there is a list of trucks on the website that these do fit. I happen to have all of them, so I can verify for you that they do fit these trucks. They do fit Y trucks, they do fit Tech Deck wides, and they do fit China wides. Having said that, yes, they do fit on the axles. Y trucks nowadays come with lock nuts. I was able to get the lock nut on, but it had to be on very loose, meaning that the lock nut would be like just at its last end. So yeah, the wheel would stay on and it would roll and the lock nut would stay on, but I was just a little paranoid about eventually that lock nut falling off. And as a lot of us know, those are the first things that we lose in our trucks are our nuts, and they're the hardest things to find when you do lose them, and lock nuts can get a little expensive. So I didn't use them on my Y trucks for that long because of that reason. What I did was I tried them on some Tech Deck wides, I tried them on some China wides, and they did fit. Again, I was not able to put the wheel nut on all the way because when you put the wheel nut on all the way, the wheel will lock. So you have to loosen the wheel nut a little bit and then put a little dab of super glue on the top of the wheel nut. Let that dry for a few hours so it cures properly, and then you'll be good to go, and these wheels will perform amazing. Now, if you're not the type of person that likes to work with super glue because you're afraid that some super glue might get into the bearings and ruin your wheel, Northwoods also has a solution to that problem, and in my opinion, probably the best solution to use these wheels. And they offer some trucks, I believe they're called Flux 1.0s. And those are basically trucks that have bearing screws as the axles. So basically it's a truck that has no axle, and what you do is you get two screws that go in from this way, from the front of the wheel, and it screws right into the hanger. So that way you can adjust the tension of how loose you want the wheel and how tight you want the wheel, and not have to worry about gluing any wheel nuts or losing any lock nuts. So if that's the route that you want to go, check out the website again and go under the heading trucks and you'll find the Flux 1.0s. In my opinion, that's the best route to go. I thought that I did have a set of trucks that had the bearing screws, but I couldn't find them. I don't know if I traded them or gave them as extras, but either way, definitely those trucks will work, and in my opinion, probably work the best. So again, the wheels are Snugs by Northwoods FB. Great wheels to use if you have the proper trucks for them. Again, they do fit Y trucks, Tech Deck wides, China wides, Flux trucks. They definitely will not fit Black River trucks. My recommendation is not to use any type of lock nut system. To either glue the wheel nut or use a truck that has the bearing screws. That would be my opinions. Now my recommendations to Northwoods, as great as these wheels are, I would love to see a wheel that is single bearing and can fit on any truck. Dual bearings are nice wheels, but in my opinion, when it comes to fingerboarding, I see single bearing wheels as there's really no need for a dual bearing wheel. As smooth as they are and as nice as they are, I personally feel that a single bearing is good enough, and that way you kind of leave the options open more to more consumers who like different styles of trucks and so on. So I would love to see a BRR edition wheel come out from Snugs, and maybe a single bearing so that we can use these awesome wheels on a more variety of trucks. I did, however, forget to try these on Woody Wood Trucks. I believe Woody Wood Trucks do have a pretty long axle, so I don't think there would be a problem using these. You might, again, have to use the method of gluing the wheel nut, but I'm pretty sure that these would fit those trucks as well. But yeah, those would be my recommendations, to come up with a single bearing wheel that would fit any truck, maybe a BRR edition wheel as well. Just kind of open up the branches to different consumers who like different styles of trucks, but these wheels, again, are phenomenal. They are $47 for the graphics set and $44 for just the plain white. Guys, I know that's a little pricey for bearing wheels, but when you read up on how much work and dedication went into making these wheels, you'll understand why. So I highly recommend going to the website and reading up on everything that he has, and you will feel the same way that I do about these wheels. They're great. Definitely try them out. I do recommend them to anybody who likes dual bearing wheels and doesn't mind gluing wheel nuts or anything like that. But again, Northwoods have amazing products, decks, wheels, trucks, all kinds of different accessories, and everything is going to be in the video description for you guys to go check it out. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review, and keep fingerboarding. 2 fingers, peace.